only to be the powers that be. But in the advent of the new constitution, what went wrong? We thought we had enough safeguards and guardrails to ensure that some of these things are contained.
It's the tone at the top, if you ask me. And I feel that we are going back to the old days. And this came out very clearly during the Gen Z rebellion. That is the time that I knew we have the wrong man in the position of Cabinet Secretary for Interior. Because when people, remember when people were trying to go to the police station to present their issues, he said that nobody should approach a police station. And if anybody comes near there, should take them to the city mortuary. And then we can case afterwards. So that statement alone should have had him fired. Because, I mean, you cannot have the person in charge of that saying that.
Do you feel that's the biggest point of failure, the person in charge of Interior?
Yeah, it's the person in charge of the Interior and the appointing authority as well. Yes.
What about the person in charge of the police, which is an independent unit? Douglas Kanja, don't you feel that he does not attract as much criticism as the CS? Why are people excusing the Inspector General of Police? He should be in charge of this.
He should take his fair part of the blame, because his office is also an independent office. So he's allowed to do what is right professionally, according to what he knows. But you see, he's kept quiet because his boss sets the tone. So probably he doesn't want to be at loggerheads. We've come to this era where everybody is just protecting their job. They just want to retain their job. They're not interested in doing the right thing or doing their job. So you'll find that Kanja will not speak if the CS is speaking the way he is speaking and nothing is happening to him. He has no hope. Nobody is encouraging him to do the right thing, but that doesn't mean that he should not take his fair share of the blame. Everybody. But so who is going to judge him?
Why are we excusing him?
We should not excuse him.
But there's a general feeling.
People have given up.
There's a very little criticism being directed towards the Inspector General.
Yes, because people have kind of like given up on him. They've given up on him because they look at what has been happening for the last 4 years or 3.5 years. They've like given up actually everywhere. I mean, it's unfortunate. That's why when I see that at least the judiciary is trying to, you know, despite the problems.
What do you think the judiciary would do in this case?
No. Not in the case of the violence, but in the case of, for instance, the headline today, the 7 trillion. Because obviously, again, we have the office, the independent office of the Auditor General, the independent office of the IEBC, the independent office of the Inspector General of Police. So what was the point of giving these offices independence? They were being cushioned from being fired by anybody. So it means that firing an independent office holder is not as easy. Yeah? But these guys are not flexing their muscles. Why? Because of state capture.
What do you feel will be the result of having this lack of consequence on obvious criminality? Like the goons that we witnessed yesterday, there were goons in Kisumu. We've seen even a